Good morning, dear learners of P6. Once again, you are most welcome to our lesson 4 of algebra. You remember in our lesson 3, we dealt with removing double brackets. But remember, in our lesson 3, there were not equations. So in our lesson 4, we are dealing with solving equations with brackets. This time, we are dealing with equations. I know in our primary 5, your teachers taught you what is an equation, even in the former classes. Simple an equation is where we have two sides separated. Like here in our example, when we are dealing with solve for the unknowns. The unknown is that letter within that equation. We have the left-hand side, like this one, with the brackets, and the right-hand side. So that is an equation. An equation has got the equal signs. So this time we are introducing equal signs. That's what we call equation. Therefore, as we are solving for the unknown b, this time it is b, not x as usual. So this time it's b. You remember how we removed our brackets in our former or previous lessons. So let's remove brackets. We are removing a bracket with a positive 2. Positive 2 because it does not have any sign here. Then inside we have a b and a positive 1 equals 10. It is read as 2 into b plus 1 equals 10. What happens? So we first remove the bracket here. Let's remove together. So our solution will be solution positive 2, we are removing brackets now, times the term outside the bracket multiplies each term inside the bracket, beginning with the first one. So we are multiplying 2 times b. I know you remember why we are saying multiplication in our former or previous lessons. The same 2 will multiply the second term in the bracket. So 2 is a positive, write it as a positive to create an operation there, times a positive 1. This is a positive 1 in the bracket as you see, equals 10. This side is 10. So we simplify this. 2 times b. I know now it becomes simple for you to get to b. This is positive and positive. So it is a positive times a positive. The result is positive. You write your positive. Now 2 times a 1. We get a 2 equals 10. Good. Now when we reach here, we have removed the brackets. Now we want to solve this equation. Therefore we collect like terms. We say collect like terms. Now we are going to transfer these 2 to the right hand side. Why? Because this 2 looks like with a 10. Let's leave the b's on the left hand. So we shall have 2b plus 2 minus 2 equals 10 minus 2. I know you know this, that what we do on the right hand should be the same on the left. So we are subtracting 2 from both sides in order to correct like terms. So here we remain with, when we subtract 2 minus 2, 0. So we remain with this term only on the left hand side. So we have 2b on the left equals, the difference here is 8. Now when we reach here, this is 2b and this is 8. Remember they told us to solve for the unknown. We must leave b alone. So what do? We divide 2 to both sides. 2 to both sides so that b remains alone. So we do that. Here we say divide by 2. What you do on the right hand side, on the left, should be done even on the other side. So even here, we divide by 2 in order to balance our equation. So when we divide 2 by 2, we cancel by 2, 1, by 2, 1. And 1 times b is the same as b. We don't write 1b because b remains 1. So you say b equals, we divide here. How many times does 2 go into 8? It is 4 times. When you use your multiplication table of 2, you will get 4. So we get b equals 4. You underline your answer properly with 2 lines as usual. Yes, now in our second example, you realize our second example is slightly different from the first example you saw. In the second example, we have 2 brackets to remove before we solve our equation. We have this first one and the second one. The first bracket is being removed, or we are going to remove brackets using 3. And in the second bracket, we are using -2. So our solution here will be solution. We are going to remove brackets first. So this is 3 times x. Remember, a term outside multiplies each term inside. So this is a +3, remember? So you bring it as a +3 again. +3 times a +3. This one here. That is finished. We got the second one. Second bracket, we are removing the brackets using -2. So -2 times the first term, times the first term there is x. Again, -2 times the second term here is a -1. So times -1 equals, this side there is 20. So now we simplify this. We multiply 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So we're going to multiply 3 times x. I know now you are well versed with this multiplication. You get 3x. Now positive times positive. You remember, it is a positive. Now 3 times 3. The multiplication table says 9. Now we come to this. Negative times this positive before the x. It is a negative. Now 2 times x. We get 2x. Now we go to this. Negative times negative. What do we get? You remember, we said negative times negative is positive. Now 2 times 1, it is a 2, equals 20. Now here, when you reach here, we collect the like terms first before we transfer the other numbers on the other side. So we are going to collect the x first. There is this 2x and this 3x. Likewise, even those ones without x will be put together on the left first. So we get 3x minus 2x. Why minus? Remember, 2x has a sign before it, and it is a minus. Now we go to these ones. That is plus 9. Why plus 9? 9 has plus before it. Now you also bring the 2. 2 has a sign in front of it. You say plus 2 equals 20. This side, 20. Now, these ones are like terms. We can subtract them. 3x minus 2x. What do we get? You remain with x. Remember, I told you don't write 1x, because writing x means the x is already 1. Now we add here 9 plus 2. I know you've added well, and you are getting 11. 11 equals 20. Now, you remember in our example, when we reached at this step, still we collected like terms. So we are still collecting like terms. Collecting like terms. So we are going to transfer this 11 to go to this side. Reason, it looks like with the 20. They resemble. They don't have any x with them. So we take that side. Take it the other side. Why? How? We are going to take it by subtracting. Why subtracting? Because here it is a positive. Here it is a positive. And the opposite sign of positive is negative. So we subtract it from both sides. So x plus 11 minus 11 equals 20 minus 11. Meaning 11 minus 11, it's already 0. So that means 11 has been taken this side. This side will remain with x. And when we subtract a 20 minus 11, what do we get? I know you've already got your answer as 9. And x becomes 9. Meaning, when we substitute our answer in our question, where there is x, we put 9. The equation will balance. On both sides, we have 20 equals 20. Try that. Check your answers always. And that is the beauty of mathematics. So I want to end it here. I want to encourage you to go at the back of your lesson notes. There is an exercise given to you to practice in this lesson. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. I wish you well. Be good learners.